Good morning, how are you? I want to show you what I've been up to lately. I made this for my granddaughter. You see the background, and on the back that is a picture that is what she painted. On the inside I have a little bit of bling in pink and purple because that's what she likes. This is what we're making today, this envelope. Actually, it's a pair of envelopes. Okay? And that's what we're going to make today. And I have a few other things. There's this multi-pocketed creature here. There's a pocket on the front too. Okay. And then, see inside I put some of her pictures as well. Oops, that's upside down. There we go. Here's some of that faux homemade paper made on junk mail. Both sides. So, a lot of fun. This is the one I made for my grandson. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a dinosaur here. And that is embossed on copper. Another envelope. This one can't be tucked into, but it's cool. This is fun. I don't remember who showed me how to make this on YouTube. But it's a little writing pad. My grandson wants to use this for journaling, and he wants to use it for a diary. Okay, this is also some of his work that I collaged on the front and the back. This is his kindergarten work. In the back I have this is something I made with aluminum tape. Okay, he loves robots. And then he likes flowers. So that was fun. Alright, now we'll get to making that envelope. It'll be a blast. Stick with me. Hi there. We're going to make a little bit of ephemera. I'm using these two empty envelopes, just blank envelopes that I don't have anything to put in. And I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to put some gluey stuff on here. This is Liquitex matte gel. I don't know if you could see that, but it's open and I don't want to tip it. I preferred this over the Elmer's glue that's been diluted because it'll make the envelopes buckle less. And I'm going to just put it on the top flap, and then I'm going to line the other envelope up very carefully so that it'll close like so. And this way, when I put it in the journal, there'll be two pockets to put things in. You can do this with two envelopes like I am, or you can do it with 3 or 4, however many you want to fold up, however many you want to put in the journal. This is a very flexible project. Okay, now let's do some decorating. This is going to go into my granddaughter's journal. And I've got she's a cello player. I'm going to put some music notes on here. I've got some old pieces of sheet music from I don't know when. And I'm just going to collage these on here. I'll see the envelope starting to buckle a little bit. I'm not going to worry about that. When it dries, I'll put it under something to keep it flat. And I'm not worried about keeping the music on all the edges of the, because it'll give it a little ragged edge and it'll look nice. Okay, you don't need to watch me do this whole thing. I will be back when it's done. Okay, time for the reveal. I finished collaging the envelopes. I put some parchment paper inside the envelope so that everything wouldn't stick. It's not quite dry, but it is flat, and that's what the goal was. Oh boy, look at that. I have a lot of ink on my Teflon sheet. And that's okay, because that's all going to be glued down anyway. Now I have on the inside, it's just kind of plain. I'm debating on whether to leave that there or to put something in there. I think I'll leave it for now. I'm going to leave these sheets in there because it's still a little wet. Now what I think I'm going to do, I'm debating on whether to trim the edges or leave them scruffy. Now my granddaughter is a little scruffy. She likes horses and playing in the mud and stuff like that. So I'm debating, but I'm thinking trim it. So that's easy enough. Just take my handy dandy scissors, not too close to the edge, of course. We don't want to open the envelope. Okay, there's that. Let's see how it looks on the other side. I like that. That looks good. Okay. Now, I need to do something with the flap. The top flap. I don't want to put more music paper on it, because then you can't really see where it is, and when it's closed, let's see, need to be able to close it. Oops. Okay, when it's closed, I need to be able to, this needs to be a contrast. I don't know what I'm going to do there. I need to decorate it somehow and cover up all that blue ink. Maybe I'll put more music paper on that. I don't want to do it yet because this isn't quite dry. It's nice and flat like I wanted it because I put a book over it, but it's not quite dry. Okay, I can see on where I collaged it, the parts that are keeping me from closing the envelope. So I'm going to just trim those off. And check this out. Yes, that works. Is it even? Yes. Okay. Put some parchment paper in there. Oh, it's kind of gluey. There. Now it won't stick to itself. Parchment paper does wonders. It's the only thing better than parchment paper is silicone or Teflon. And I don't feel like putting anything that bulky in there. So, let's see. What am I going to put on the front here? I'm going to go ahead and go with the blue here. And I'm going to add some pink and purple because those are her favorite colors. I'll be right back. Now, to get some more ink on there, I bought these funny little things from Amazon. They're for inking things. They're not big like those re-inkers, that are like those Tim Holtz inkers. But they are a good size. They're easy to use. You just put them on the end of your finger and go for it. It's really quite fun. As you notice, I put down a piece of paper in between the two envelopes, the inside and the outside, so that I don't get too much ink on the other part. Let me see, let's get this. That's probably not going to show, but I'm going to ink it anyway. Use my, this is Color Box Blackberry ink. Blackberry colored ink. It's very pretty. Nice and pinky for my little granddaughter who loves pink and purple. Pink and purple everything, especially if it's a unicorn. Don't have any unicorns. I'm going to have to see what I can come up with. Now, for my blue ink, let's get some blue in there. Just a little bit of a highlight. There, that looks good. Now, in my stash, I have this pink mulberry paper that I bought like 1.5 million years ago, and I think that will look really good there. So, let me work on that. Now, I'm debating on how many layers to put on there. If I put a single layer on, like so, and the ink will show through. That looks kind of cool, except I would need more ink. If I put 2 layers on, let's fold this over so we can see. You really can't see the ink as well, but a little bit. I think I'll go with 1 layer and put more ink on. This is permanent ink, so once it dries, it's not water reactive. It'll just mind its own business. And I'm not sure if the Color Box ink is permanent or not. I'll have to look that up. I need to buy a re-inker for my blackberry color. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now on these little finger things, I use a label, just something that you put an address label on, and I put the color on it and stick it on there. And it fits nicely into its little box. And that way I don't get them all mixed up. That's a little tidbit. Let's see. There, I think that looks pretty darn good. Yes, I like that. Okay, now, we'll let the ink dry a little bit. I'm going to glue it down with the Elmer's, the diluted Elmer's, and then I'll bring you back. Here is the mulberry paper over the front of the envelope. It looks really good. I'm going to trim it. Let me see if I can get my trimming mat out. No, I think I'll use scissors. I'll have to glue that edge down, but that's okay. Okay, we'll save those. So this is our envelope so far. I need to come up with something for the flap now. Once I glue these, I'm going to glue these edges down at the end. Here's my envelope. I went ahead and collaged some more music on the flap. The back is blank because I'm going to glue the back down onto the book. But when I open it up, I'm not happy with the inside of the envelope. So we're going to cover that up. I made a couple of, used some cardstock, light cardstock, and I'm going to cover it with this mulberry paper and put it into the slots of the envelope so that's what will be seen. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this matte gel and put it on there. And then just lay the mulberry paper over it like so. Do the same with the other card. Okay, I'll let those dry underneath the book so that they'll stay flat. And then we'll put them in the envelope. Okay, my inserts for the envelopes are all done. I trimmed off the excess mulberry paper. And I'm going to put them inside the envelope just to test to see that they fit. And yes, they do. So I'm going to put a little bit of tacky glue just up here at the top because they don't really need much glue. And you don't want to glue your envelope shut. And there we go. There's the first one. And there's the second one. That looks good. I like the way that looks. My granddaughter will love it. So I need a little thing here. I have these cute little buttons. This one, I don't know if you can see it, is a little dragonfly, and it's cute as a button. But the back of it has the little loop thing on it, so I'm just going to use my X-Acto knife to cut that off. I'm going to try. If the X-Acto knife doesn't work, oh, it did. The X-Acto knife worked beautifully. I was going to say if the X-Acto doesn't work, I'll use wire cutters, but that worked beautifully. I'm just going to put that here. I'm going to glue that down here with some fast grab techie glue. And let that dry. And it'll be ready to put into her. It'll be ready to put into her journal as soon as that's dry. So thank you. I enjoyed making this. I hope you did too. If you got value out of this video, please hit like and subscribe and share, and that would be great. I will see you next time. Have a good day. Be kind, be caring, be creative.